Hey everybody, welcome back for a new day in the life video. It's been a while since I shot one, and as you know, it is always time for coffee first thing in the morning to be ready for another busy homeschool day. Today we will be doing our normal routine for the most part, but it's Tuesday, and so we will be visiting my grandmother and my uncle like we do every single Tuesday, as well as a surprise orthodontist visit that I completely forgot about later in the afternoon. But we always start the day off with coffee and morning devotionals. And I couldn't think of another way to start my morning off. It's always the best for me, and it's always the best start to any day. Once the kids start waking up, they always grab themselves something to eat. It's so nice to have kids that are old enough to kind of do their own thing now. While I'm in the sunroom, since it's still early fall, it's not too cold, and just do my devotionals while the kids are doing, their own thing, watching a little bit of cartoons. And then I can just get my reading done and possibly some computer work from time to time. If anyone needs my help in the kitchen, like now, a frozen bread loaf is very hard to cut with a sharp knife. So my oldest is asking for a little bit of help so she can do her own independent thing in the morning. I really do appreciate this new season that I'm in, where all the kids can really just fend for themselves in the morning before we get going with our normal morning routine. I wanted to show you guys this beautiful view of our prairie that is in full bloom, and I had the idea that yes, we are going to take pictures in the prairie today and see how that turns out. I'm definitely not a photographer, but as we get going with our day, I always clean off the table from the crumbs from dinner the night before and set out all of our morning time, table time materials, which is always handwriting. We do devotionals, and we do a little bit of memorization work. It's also the time where I will be marking off my calendar here of what we are doing each day for each child in our school. It's just kind of how I track things. So I decided I had time to get dressed and have a snack before table time. I usually do table time in my robe, but you know what? Things just change from day to day. So I'm going to have a snack and call in the kids for table time. They will just, grab their food and everything, and they will be coming on in and taking their places. Usually at this time, I'll say grab any more snacks that you may want during table time so no one's melting down. And I made homemade applesauce and canned it the night before. So of course they all want applesauce at the table, which is perfectly fine. And we will get that going so we can sit down to our table time. All right. So we say, good morning, dear Jesus. This day is for you. Bless all that I think, all that I say, and all that I do. Amen. All right, today's devotional. How does that taste? Cheese balls and applesauce? Okay. All right, so we're going to listen to our Catholic Sprouts podcast in the car. I'm going to wait to wherever we're going. I don't know if we'll go Grammys first with them all, but here we go. Today's devotional is Good Rules. As we keep rolling with our table time, the kids just, work through their handwriting. do any participation that I ask them to do, ask for any help maybe on their workbooks. We do nursery rhymes. And then a new thing I started was our memorization with our notebooks. And well, they're not quite notebooks, they're binders. So every child and myself get a binder, and we do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we do some other form. Right now we're working through a Proverbs to memorize. But to make memorization a bit more exciting, I say you can either sit or you can stand. We like to stand on our chairs. It just makes it more exciting, and they don't fight me as much, which, I mean, they don't fight me much, but you know what I mean. It just makes it more exciting. Once we're all done, I get out the chore chart and I tell everyone what they will be doing for their chores for the day, and I start cleaning up the table. My little guy's new chore is to wipe down the bathroom that he uses the most. And so, you know, he's only 5 years old. He just turned 5 a month ago. And so he needs a little bit of assistance in that. We got to train him up in how to take care of our home properly. And, you know, vacuuming, he loves to vacuum. So I'll never turn down vacuuming by anybody. My middle child had to empty all of the garbages and throw the bag away in the garage. And she's finally tall enough to be able to do that herself, which once again is such a blessing. And the older one had to clean up the living room and do some basement work as well. And I also start my kids early in learning how to do their own laundry. And this, you know, goes in waves of them doing it pretty well and other times not doing it so well. But again, habit training, super important in our house. And while the kids are doing their chores, I will help out here and there, but I also had to just get a little bit of laundry on the hangers. The girls really dislike doing this portion of their laundry. And so just to help out, I will get it done. And hopefully, as I hang their clothes there for them to take downstairs, it won't take too long. And then always, every single morning after table time, I clean the kitchen. That is just my routine. And once everyone got dressed and did their chores, they listened to a book and finished their applesauce. And then I said, we must go outside and get these pictures done. The grass was a bit wet on our way down to take our pictures. The kids were kind of moaning and groaning about that a little bit, but once we got down there, it was truly beautiful. This is my favorite time of year, where our prairie just blooms with goldenrod and sunflowers. I am definitely not a professional in taking pictures. And so this was interesting, but it was really cute. After we did that, we came right up to the front and we walk the dog. We try to walk the dog every single morning, all year long, if the weather is nice. And it just really makes us appreciate the sun on our faces, moving our bodies first thing in the morning. And it's just one of the things I really enjoy. I love walking. And now once we're done, because we got our chores done first and we usually flip-flop the dog or chores, then we go right into our school. So when I came downstairs, I will be honest, I was a bit irritated. I told Eden that she needed to have this table cleared off for school and she didn't do it. And as I am pushing all of these toys into the box, what was going through my mind was I just want to throw all this away because we're obviously not listening and maintaining the things well. And so I definitely was feeling frustrated and I just pushed all the stuff in the box and she had to go clean it up. So Eli decided he wanted to be the one that gets school done first. So I get jelly beans for him. Each kid gets 8 jelly beans or 8 M&Ms, depending on what they would like. And then we let them choose what they want to start with first. Yes. So we need to find out what letters come before the number 5. So where's the number 5? Which number goes before the 5? Which one comes before it?
4.
Correct. I'm going to write the number 4. Thank you. 4 comes before the 5. Where's number 9? All right, 9. What number comes before 9?
8.
Correct. Ready?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Oh, hold on. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
So Eli is going to count all the way to 100, and I just love breaking up, especially his math. He doesn't like to write too much. You know, he's newly 5 years old.
98, 99, 100.
Woo! Great job, buddy. Can you please go ahead and grab a jelly bean for rocking that math? So now we're going to move into what I call his reading lessons. We use the K primer from The Good and the Beautiful, and it's gentle, quick and easy, and pain-free. And then we use Master Books for all of my children's math. We love that program. And then Mia decided she wanted to be the second one. She is showing you that she found an acorn in the yard and she put hot glue all over it, and she wanted to make sure everyone saw that. So we're gonna work through her math. She chose to have M&Ms for her school. So when she finishes a section, she gets to have one candy. And she really likes to use fingers for, you know, understanding her math concepts instead of like counting pieces or other types of manipulatives. So I just like to really work with her the way she thrives, and using her fingers or my fingers is the best way to do that. 9 ones can live there. Ready? Let's count it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 10 can't live in the one's house. Only 9 ones can live in that one's house. So they're gonna go and they're gonna bind together, and now they are a group of 10. So now you have one group of 10 and 0 ones. So 10, 11, 12. Once she's done with her math, we go ahead and get into the level K of The Good and the Beautiful. And she's doing a little bit of 2 to 3 word spelling here that she absolutely loves to use the whiteboard. So we just work through her lesson, and she really enjoys it. Reading comes really naturally to her, which is the complete opposite of my firstborn. So it's very refreshing. You got to see her little craft again and her candy. And then my oldest comes in. Her workload is definitely a lot more. She's going to be 9 here this month. We use Brave Writer for her language arts, as well as spelling UC. And then she does a little bit of reading to me. And so she has to write out a copy passage every day. And it teaches her spelling, and just with Brave Writer, that's how she's learning her grammar, and all through great literature. We really like that program. She also gets to choose what order she wants to do her lessons in. I usually don't give her the choice in the beginning. We just jump right into the Brave Writer just because it doesn't take long, takes maybe 15 minutes at most. And then she can choose after that what order she wants to do her materials. She is using the level 2, the Good and the Beautiful, like easy reader as her practice reading. We're just really trying to work on her speed, try and get her to read a bit faster. And then she's gonna get into her math, which is always her favorite subject. And again, with every little section that they finish, they get candy. And then when we finished her subjects, I realized, oh my goodness, we have an orthodontist appointment. And so I ran upstairs to find these two actually playing nicely a game of checkers, which was shocking. But we definitely had to get our shoes on really quick and get in the car for this orthodontist appointment I completely forgot about. And as Eden was in the orthodontist, kids were running around the lobby, and we were heading off to Grandma's house. All right, guys, so we are back home from visiting with Grandma and the orthodontist and whatnot. The kids and I had a blast, and now I had just dropped the kids off at the neighbor's house up the street. They are going to be playing for a little while. I'm just headed in to make dinner and just settle in with my husband for the evening, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.